Hey there, Wastelanders, it's Brother Mike, and thank you so much for joining me. Today, we're going to be talking about something I still have not seen people talking about, and yes, it has to do with Fallout Season 2, but mostly the Enclave. So, we see a good bit of the Enclave in Fallout Season 2, and we also learn some new things about them, and that is some of their scientists were preserved in some way for over 200 years. Yes, I'm talking about Wilzig. Now, we see Wilzig post-war and pre-war with that one flashback they have with Cooper Howard's wife. He's actually the one that told her to bring up the end of the world and how they're going to end it and everything in the final episode of Season 1, with that big drop where she says we're gonna drop the bombs. And if that is something that is happening, that means there's gonna be other Vault-Tec saved. Why would he just be saved? And why are we seeing so many of these Vault-Tec or even Enclave aligned people so far in the future? And I'm talking about Moldaver too. Now, I don't think she was in the Enclave, and I think she preserved herself some other way that we probably most likely will never know, because they didn't address it in the second season where we thought they would. But I'm getting distracted because this is about the Enclave and potentially their greater plan. Now, in one of the very last episodes, Stephanie sends a code, an alert, to start Stage 2. Now, what is this Stage 2? A lot of people are theorizing that it's something to do with the vaults that they're in, the 3 vaults. But I think it has something to do with the greater Enclave. But at the same time, why would Stephanie be able to initiate this? Or maybe it was just their initiation on top of a whole lot of others. Now, what am I talking about? I'm getting too far ahead of myself. I have a feeling that this big, I guess, operations, this big base in the mountains that they're hiding in, isn't just another Enclave, but it is the original Enclave, the founding Enclave. And now, why do I think this? Because if the Enclave did all this preparing, all this hiding, and did all this work to keep themselves not only hidden, but also on top in case of the inevitable total destruction of the world, the nuclear Armageddon, why would they just wait it out and die when they could preserve themselves and have their underlings and their generals and soldiers underneath them carry out the task of completely eradicating life atop the surface, so then they can go out and, reclaim the wasteland? A very big, not only with Vault-Tec, but with Enclave, almost like it's intertwined. And are we going to see that the original Enclave, with the original president, may have made their way to the oil rig, but at some point made their way to this? I think people have been calling it Station X or Location X or something like that. Is this the original Enclave we're seeing? And are we seeing them wake up to finally reclaim the wasteland? Is Reclamation Day here? And I know I just brought this up in my video about Fallout 76 and the simulation theory, but I wanted to talk about this again because there's a lot of evidence to this. I mean, Wilzig is one of the biggest parts, but also the fact that Cooper Howard's wife left a postcard as a hint to Cooper to find her. That means that originally she was taken to that management facility, but then they were brought somewhere else. Presumably this location that has been teased since Season 1 and shown in Season 2. So at some point, once the nuclear fallout had subsided, or at least to enough of a point where people could be moved, did they start collecting the original higher ranking Enclave members and bringing them all to this site. Site X is what I think they were calling it. I think it's what I heard Oxhorn call it. And so, and then once they got there, they preserved themselves and they give these other Enclave, the other, I guess, chapters of the Enclave, you could say, or sects of the Enclave, the mission to, wipe the surface clean, just like we see them trying to do in the first few games and even in Fallout 3. And so, is this the original Enclave we're seeing? And I think that it would make sense, because why would they go through all this planning just to die out there in the oil rig? And why not preserve yourself to the date that you presume is going to be Reclamation Day, or until the Enclave says so? And was that Stephanie engaging that step 2, meaning almost the all clear signal, and they were waiting on them potentially? It's a little bit out there, but there's something to it. And Wilzig and the note being left really show that they preserved they 100% preserved some of the OG original Enclave. And if they did that, why didn't they preserve all of them? And are we seeing them wake up again? Who knows? But it could lead to a lot of things. I mean, we don't know what they have there. Could we see potentially in this next season an Enclave win and us think that there's no way? Because right now they have some of the most overpowered technology in all of Fallout lore. I mean, on top of cold fusion, which they don't have, but this is almost par to it. What you can do with the control chip could change the entire wasteland forever. I mean, even after the Enclave dives, there could be people that are chipped up that will still act after it's destroyed. And so I'm wondering where they're going to go with this. And I hope they go with this narrative, especially because of who they chose to be the president. I feel like they're not going to throw him away to the side. And are we going to see something akin to, I don't know. I mean, there's so much, and it just seems like I haven't seen anyone talking about it. Especially with the people that they saved and kept even in that management vault still, and how there were some left behind, like that one businessman and the congresswoman Diane, but Barb, and presumably it looked like a lot of those pods were empty. I mean, even before they were open, they looked empty. And so was that like the executive high-end class that they came to pick up and take away? I think so. So I think in this next season, we're going to see the original Enclave back in full force, or at least in a future season of Fallout. And I hope they kind of go this route, because I think it would be dumb to learn, oh, another little group got away and they're rebuilding, other than, oh, this is the original Enclave meant to reclaim. These are the guys that have been waiting for the other Enclaves in the past to do their job, and they're going to wake up to see that they didn't get anywhere close and have honestly kind of been a mockery. And I think we're going to see them go full force and use everything to their advantage. And so, yeah, this is something no one's really been talking about, and it's the OG Enclave is back. And I don't think they're going to be backing down this time either. They've failed many, many times before, and I don't think they can't really afford to lose again, because really the only other Enclave area would maybe be 76, but we don't even know if that's the case, because we don't know what the condition of 76 is this far into the future. And so, yeah, let me know what you think is going to happen with the OG Enclave below, because it's very clear that if not the entire original Enclave coming back, that a bunch of key members were preserved for some reason. And so if they were preserved, why didn't they preserve all of them? So, Let me know what you think down below. Am I crazy or am I making sense? And there would be a live stream tonight, but you guys know I take Thursdays off to watch Oxhorn lives. So I won't see you guys tonight, but I probably will do an early stream sometime tomorrow playing some more Skyrim, as well as one later at night. And keep an eye out for a video tomorrow. But if you made it this far in the video, I thank you so much. And if you are not subscribed, you should. And you should also like and hype the video. But with all that being said, you don't forget, you are cared for, you are loved, and you stay safe out there, Wastelanders.